والسلام على محمد خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, جزاكم الله خيرا for coming. Before we're going to start, we have to go over one rule, which is going to be daily rule, and I'm going to remind you each day about it. And Brother Atman as well, Brother Usama, Sheikh Abu Rufayda, right, as well. And you, Abdullah, and everyone. We have to take a habit for practicing social distance, right? It's not just here in the mosque, in the center, but everywhere. You have to have this practice. You don't know, right? Al-wiqayatu khayrun min al-ilaj, as they said. That's it. To protect yourself, it's better than the cure itself. Before we start, inshallah, our topic today is going to be a very, very short topic. But before we start with that, who can remind me about the first topic I gives you, the champions? Do you remember the topic we're talking, the first one? Yes, you
Oh, you mean yesterday?
No, the one I gave before.
What's up?
Yes, Bashir. This is just a reminder about the bathrooms and to take care of the shoes. It's just a reminder. But he said over here and I explained something to you. And all of you, they understand it. Muhammad, do you remember? Do you remember what I talked last time about? Abdurrahman. Okay, I know it's long day. It's been almost about 5 days so far. Yes, sir. Mus'ab bin Umair. Before Mus'ab bin Umair, what were we talking about?
I don't think I was there.
Yeah, you were there. You asked a lot of questions. Ashgan, yes, please. Say it again. The companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All right, you remember?
Yes. No.
Okay, we're going to go over it quick. What's mean to be called as a companion? Raise your hand. What's mean to be called as companion? Abdullah.
Well, there's three rules so that you could be called an actual companion of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Everybody say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Yeah. Thank you.
First, you need to be a Muslim, obviously. Second, you need to meet the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
That's it. I will stop you over there because I need other people. Very good. Very good. Very good. Muhammad, yes. As to be die as a Muslim. That's when how many conditions we have here? As a companion, to be called as a companion. How many conditions?
Listen to the Prophet.
How many conditions?
3.
3. Good. Liban, what is the first one? To meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You?
To believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes, the same. Yes, Sudais? Huh? To die as a Muslim, and we need another one. To believe in the Prophet, and the last one to die as a Muslim. What is the middle one? It's making the difference between the companion and the tabi'i. What is it?
You have to meet.
To meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, we just go for it. You know now. We have 3. What is the condition to be as a tabi'i? What's mean tabi'i? Bushra. Say it again. Yes, you have to believe in the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This sort of, and what is the Bashir? Yes, please. Meet a Sahabi. Beautiful. Yes, this is the difference between companion and tabi'i. My second question is going to be the last question before we start in our lecture today, inshallah. It's going to be a beautiful lecture. I want you to ask a lot of questions. Who can remind me? I don't want Ali to answer it quick. What does mean the Islamic calendar? How many months in the Islamic calendar?
12.
You're quick, Abdullah, mashallah. Bushra? 12. What they are? Can we go in order? Yeah, no. Can we go in order?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes.
Bashir, yes. First one is Muharram, correct?
I can see them all.
Hmm?
I can see them all.
No, give me the second one.
Safa.
Safar, yes. I have Muharram. Safar, yes. The third one. I give you, yes, you. Rabi' al-Awwal. You, Muhammad, the fourth one, what's it? Rabi' al-Thani, good job, great. Yes. Or we call it Rabi' al-Thani or Rabi' al-Akhir. Yes. The fifth month, what is it? Halim. Huh? Okay, but I thought that you're smart. I know that you know. Yes, what is the fifth one? Liban. Rabi' al-Akhir, this is the fourth month of the Islamic calendar. What's the fifth this year? Jumad al-Ula. And the sixth one, what is it? Just say it, don't be shy. We're learning. I'm learning as well, too. Yes. Jumad al-Akhir, yes.
I know.
What is the seventh month? Ali.
Rajab.
Rajab. After Rajab, what we have? Hiba.
Shaban.
Sha'ban, good job. What's after Sha'ban? Easy. Ramadan, good job. After Ramadan, what do we have? We fast 6 days in there. Bushra, Halima. Yeah, the Eid, the first day of it, it's Eid. But the month itself, what's the name of it? The month of it, Abdurrahman. The first Eid after Ramadan. The first Eid of the Ramadan. Yes, you. Shawwal, yes, great job, Shawwal. Yes, don't be shy. Shawwal. We're learning, right? After Shawwal, what do we have?
The Qa'dah.
Are we in the Qa'dah now?
Yeah.
Right? After the Qa'dah, what do we have?
The Hajjah.
What do we have in the Hijjah?
Hajj.
Hajj, right? And we are here, what do we do? Slaughter your lamb, right? After the Hijjah, what do we have?
Muharram.
We go back to Muharram. And before we get it, great job, you memorized it. But I want to call one brother over here. His name is Bashir. Bring your copy book and come with me, please. Bashir. Have seat beside you. I need you. We're going to keep social distance here, remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the way how you write everything. I have one question. When you go home, you practice it? You read what you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? You make it easier for you? So what is the advice can you tell them? Because I noticed just, he has one Adam here, right? Has a Helmi. Helmi, mashallah. Has a copybook. And you all the time, and Halim as well, she has. Bushra, are you twins? MashaAllah. You look like, I call you Bushra. What's hers? So what is the advice for you, for them?
Bring your book.
Bring your book and write it down. Okay, today our khutbah or our talk is going to talk about something. Before we're going to start it, do you know who prayed Maghrib with us?
What?
Who's focusing in Salat al-Maghrib? All of you? The Imam in the second rak'ah, he did something special. Who realized it? What did you notice between the first rak'ah and the second rak'ah and the third rak'ah? The second rak'ah, something special happened. And the Shaykh, the Imam did it in purpose. For the second rak'ah, when the ruku', he take it too long, right? You remember? He take too long, right? Then the first one, the last one, right? He practiced the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, Abdurrahman.
It's like sometimes when you go down for sujood,
Yes.
you can like make the eye.
Yeah, but he take his time a little longer in his ruku', is not in sujood. Do you know why? Because he heard that the people coming in, and wants to give them the chance to catch the second rak'ah. And what is it? From where he learned it, from where I know it. The Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our topic today, we're gonna be talking about what is the meaning of the Sunnah. How many times a day we heard Sunnah, Sunnah, you know? You have to follow Sunnah. You have to do the Sunnah. What's mean Sunnah? What's the difference between Sunnah and the Quran? This is our topic today. And how many times, the companions, what is the rule? What is the relationship between the companions and the Sunnah? And what is the relationship between the Tabi'een and the Sunnah as well? And sometimes you say, heard Hadith. What's mean Hadith? And what is related to the Sunnah? Sometimes you write an article in newspaper and Google it or the book at home, and your parents say, oh, you have to follow the Sunnah, you know? You have to eat, you know, in good manner as a Sunnah, you know? What's mean Sunnah? Can anyone tell me? Yes, Bashir.
What the Prophet used to do?
Yes, the Prophet is. But let's talk about the meaning itself, Sunnah. What means Sunnah? The Sunnah in English, they say, is the way, or the tradition, or the path. For example, I'm not famous with basketball players because here in Canada, especially in Edmonton, with our champions, they love basketball more than soccer, right? For example, the soccer, everybody knows a lot of famous players, right? I followed a certain player, he's playing or practicing in Spanish league or something. I love him until I understand the way how he plays. Even if he's in the field against another team, I know how he's gonna strike the ball. This is his way of playing. Or you go to the certain teachers. I love this teacher because this is her way of teaching. That's mean the Sunnah. What does mean the Sunnah? Is the way or the tradition or the path you have to follow. For example, some of us will wake up in the morning, which I know personally, they don't like to talk. They talk just with a single language. It's on, you want to come? Yeah, like this is their way. That means the Sunnah is the way or tradition or the path. How many Sunnah we have? A lot. But the people, you know, there is engineering, there is doctors, there is teachers, and there is specific people, they called Ahlul Hadith. The Hadith, their job, just to want to make sure this Hadith is authentic, is Sahih. Right? They describe the Sunnah 5. There's 5 types of the Sunnah. The first one, we'll call As-Sunnah Al-Qawliya. As-Sunnah Al-Qawliya. That's mean verbal Sunnah. The verbal one. What's mean the verbal one? What do you mean, brother, by the verbal Sunnah? That's mean any thing that the Prophet ﷺ say it by his tongue, it's become Sunnah automatically. I will give you an example. Remember brother Uthman who was mentioned in Hadith, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Every single action is dependent about the intention. Who said that? The Prophet. This statement, it's called As-Sunnatul Qawliya, the verbal Sunnah. That's mean any word the Prophet ﷺ said, it's Sunnah, right?
Yes.
Yes. For example, the Prophet ﷺ said, "At-tabassum fi wajhi akhika sadaqah." The smiling in the face of your brother is a charity. Oh, this is a statement is called verbal Sunnah. That's good. Yeah. And we have another Sunnah, which is called As-Sunnatul Fi'liyah. ما معنى الفعلية? In the action, like, I want to take step by step. Can you tell me, is in the Quran is there any ayah mentioned that we have to pray at Dhuhr 4 rak'at? Is in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to pray Maghrib 3 rak'at, 3 rak'at. How we know that?
Hadith.
The hadith, yes. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by the sunnah, by his sunnah, right?
Yes.
You're focusing Ali with me? By sunnah, right? That means we're praying 3 rak'at in Maghrib, even if it's not mentioned in the Quran, but the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam established it. He performed it. How he performed his salat in the Quran? Muhammad, in the Quran, we can read any verse in the Quran saying you have to make takbirat al-ihram, say subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika. No. And making sujood, and ruku' and qiyam. No. But it's sunnah. And the action of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was wearing his shoes, he started by the right one. And when he wants to take off his shoes, he takes the left one. That means it's action, right? We call it a sunnatul fi'liyah. It's action on it.
Wait, when he takes off his shoes, by left?
Yeah, by left. When you want to wear your shoes, right with the right foot. You want to take it, start with the left one. Sounds good? This is sunnah fi'liyah. It's action, right? Who said the companions? The companions, they see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam do that, right? And there is hadith of Aisha. Who's Aisha? His wife. His wife, his name, another wife, her name is Aisha. Aisha that said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he's praying Sunnah al-Fajr, that's been 2 rak'at before the Salat al-Fajr, the Jama'ah Fajr, he was lying down on his right side. It's habit for him.
What do you mean by lie down on his? Look at his, sleep on his right side.
On his right
I
side.
thought you were talking about sunnah.
It's a sunnah.
I thought you were talking about sunnah prayer.
No, I'm talking after he prayed the sunnah prayer, he lied down on his right. He waited until he performed Salatul Jama'ah, right? That means it's sunnah, it's action, right? It's action, right? That means how many sunnah we have so far now? 2 sunnah. The first one, what is it? The verbal one, we call it sunnah qawliya. That means anything the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Right, Abdurrahman? What is the second sunnah? I'm going to ask Abdurrahman. Second sunnah, we said the first one is verbal one, and the second one is? The actions one. Right, the action. And we have the third one. The third one, when they said that the Prophet ﷺ, he was sitting down with the companions or anything, any incident happened during the Prophet ﷺ, but he didn't say anything about it. It's called approval.
What do you mean by approval?
Approval, that's mean approval. He didn't say no, and he didn't say yes. Approval, that's it, it's okay. One of the companions, greatest companion, his name is Khalid ibn al-Walid. Khalid ibn al-Walid, one day, he was sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he ate a dab. What's called in English dab? Abu Huraira. What's mean of dab بالإنجليزية? ماذا؟ Desert lizard. You know lizard? The small one, yeah. The Khalid ibn Walid, the companion, he ate it. Yes, he ate the lizard. But the Prophet didn't say nothing. Because the Ahl al-Hadith, the companion, they said, may the Prophet ﷺ, he dislike it. He doesn't want it. But he didn't say to Khalid ibn Walid, it's haram, or it's forbidden, why you eat it. That means it's allowed, it's approval. That means the silence of the Prophet ﷺ, it's approval for him.
Oh, that means like Prophet Muhammad he knew, like he didn't like it, like he didn't like how he eats it, but it's haram for him to say, no, do not eat it.
No, but it's not haram to begin with. Yeah, it's not haram. Like for example, certain people, they eat certain food, but for me, I don't like it. But it's halal, it's okay for you.
Opinion.
It's opinion, yes. Yes.
Oh, some things are like haram and some things on your opinion.
Yeah. That's been how many sunnah we have so far now?
Three.
3. The first one?
The first one is
Hiba?
verbal.
سنة
سنة الفعل القولية.
and one
Action. What do we call it in Arabic?
سنة فعل.
فعلية. أحسن. Yeah. And the third one? I just say it. Yes. Approval. That means the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't say nothing. He stayed quiet, silence. That's it. How many sunnah we have? 3. Now we come to the very important question. I want you to pay attention to it. What is the relationship between the sunnah and the Quran?
The sunnah.
I didn't raise your hand. What is the connection or relationship between the Sunnah and the Quran? Yes, sir.
That they're from the same, is like deen.
The same deen, yes, close by, yes.
Yeah. And they're sent from the same prophet.
Okay, that's mean the Quran is kalamullah, is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, right? And the Sunnah, certain stuff we can understand in the Quran. In order to understand it, we have to see how the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam deal with it. That's mean 2 fundamental things, 2 resources for our religion is Quran and Sunnah. Anything else? No. For now, Quran and Sunnah. This is the only resources for our religion. Right? What we have for resources for our religion?
Quran and Sunnah.
Quran, everybody knows what's mean Quran, right? What's mean Sunnah? That means anything that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay, listen, Ali, this is what I'm going to ask you. The Quran is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Sunnah is the way of living or the way of life of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And it has, for Ahlul Hadith, it says it's 5 categories to the Sunnah. The first one is the Sunnah al-Qawliya, the verbal Sunnah, and the second one is the Sunnah al-Fi'liya, the Sunnah action, and the third one is Sunnah al-Taqririya. In Arabic we call it approval. That's mean 3. And some scholars, they say, even if the description of the Prophet ﷺ is a Sunnah, the way how he looked, the way how he dressed. Yes, the description of the Prophet ﷺ, they said, is a type of the Sunnah, even the manners of the Prophet ﷺ.
Do you have long beard?
Yes.
Like how long?
كان كثير الشعر. I have a question for you. What happened if you didn't follow Sunnah?
It's not. It's you can fix it later.
But follow the Sunnah, but you get 2 times the reward, 3 times the reward. You get more rewards.
Yes, ask again. What happened if I didn't follow the Sunnah? They said the Sunnah is to smile in the face of your brother. What happened if I didn't smile on him?
Nothing.
Yes, ask again.
Nothing will happen to you, right?
Yeah.
You won't get a sin or anything like that. Like there's a difference between haram and halal, right?
Yes.
So like if you do something haram, like then it's haram, right? But like if you don't do something haram, depending on what it is, you'll get the reward, right?
Yes, that's
But
correct.
with Sunnah, it's just like something on top, like something extra, right?
Yes.
And then like Sunnah was only put there because like the good for us, right? Prophet ﷺ
Alayhi
never said something
salatu wasalam.
that would never be not beneficial to us, right?
Yes.
So then, like, if you don't do Sunnah, nothing will happen to you. But it's also like, it's not good not to do Sunnah.
That's good.
Like, it's like opinion.
They said that to follow the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is getting more rewards. The showing the love to the Prophet ﷺ by following his way, right? But sometimes I'm trying to do my best. Sometimes I didn't fulfill. They say, it's okay, you don't get a sin, as Ashgan said, you don't get a sin. But if you do it, he gets more rewards. Do you know the companions, right? They said, one of the companion, listen Ashgan, one of the companion, he would like to copy the life of the Prophet ﷺ 100%. The way how the Prophet ﷺ walks, you want to copy him. The way how he eat, copy him. The way how he dress, copy him. Even do you know that the Prophet ﷺ has a broken teeth in one of his body, he broke one of the teeth.
Why?
Even and one of the companions, he broke one of his teeth because he wanted to be copy of the Prophet ﷺ.
Wait, why do you have a broken teeth?
In the Bible.
Oh.
Wait, what? It was actually a problem.
Yeah. And my question now, what can we do to follow the Sunnah?
Follow the Sunnah.
What's mean Sunnah?
Listen to.
Yes.
Obviously.
You said what is Sunnah?
Yes.
Sunnah.
Yeah, just say.
The Sunnah is something like certain things that we couldn't understand in the Quran, so that the Prophet ﷺ gave us what do you call it, the Sunnah, and like
Good job. Okay, to conclude this. To respect one another is a Sunnah. To listen and pay any attention is a Sunnah. To follow the orders or the commands of your parents is a Sunnah. To eat by your right hand is a Sunnah. That means the Sunnah
Wait,
is
it's not
one.
haram to eat with your left.
It's haram.
Haram.
Why you want to eat with you? You remember that brother Uthman, he mentioned the story of one of the companions?
Oh, yeah.
He was eating with the Prophet with his left hand, and the Prophet said, what are you doing? Try with the right. He said, I can't. And Allah, Prophet ﷺ make dua on him. You remember the story, right?
Why do you make dua?
Because the Prophet ﷺ, he knew that the person, he can't be able to eat with his right hand.
Well, why do you make dua?
Is he cursing that basically?
Yes.
Why was it cursing him?
Shaitan eats with you, right?
Wait, so
For a reason, some of us, sometimes we eat with our left hand and we still feel hungry. Because we feel the shaitan with us too.
wait, okay, whatever. What happened after you made dua on him?
Okay,
What was the dua about?
do you know what shows Ali? You didn't pay attention for the last time. Because the story is mentioned by Brother Uthman.
Wait, who was paralyzed, right?
That's me, you know. Okay, to conclude, inshallah, yes.
Why would you need the Prophet
Sallallahu
that you could do it now? Why would you need to do something?
Say it again.
The Prophet that you could do it to why did you need to do that?
Making dua for him because he knows that this person has just pride on himself.
What?
He just has pride on himself. He can do it, but he doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Okay. So today we give it the definition about the Sunnah. Next time we're going to bring examples. Each one of you is homework. I'll sit properly, please. Next time, each person of you is going to bring 2 examples. What's means the Sunnah al-Fi'liyah, the verbal Sunnah, what is it? And 2 examples of the Sunnah al-Fi'liyah, the action ones. And 2 examples of approval ones. That means 6 examples for each person. Okay? We agree?
What if we forget?
Your dad is going to remind you. Ashgan is going to remind you. Abdurrahman is going to remind you. 2 examples of the Sunnah al-Qawliyah, 2 examples of the Sunnah al-Fi'liyah, 2 examples of the Sunnah al-Taqririyah. Verbal, action, and approval. Sounds good?
Yeah.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.
Yeah.